Yeah, he left the game as you saw there late. He's got left calf tightness being evaluated right now, but yeah, left calf.
Well, 16 points in the fourth quarter was tough, right? So what happened out there?
Well, we didn't have a great, night. But we needed a little something special from a couple guys, and we didn't get a much, from a few guys out there. I'm not offensively. Yeah, the fourth quarter obviously doesn't look very good there. But I thought the shots were pretty decent. I thought we did a decent job of getting stuff. It was more at the other end where, well, they were just outworking us. We gave up 17 offensive rebounds. That's a problem, right? Just thought again we were, especially the first half, we were just a half step slow. We were either missing the help or over helping and not being able to get back by a half step. We had some closeouts to players we probably could have made a little more under control, and they went right back by us and back into the paint. And when we did get them to miss, they got a lot of offensive rebounds and kept the ball alive a lot. And a couple of them at key times, I think they might have got a couple when we had it back to 6 there. I think I had 2 possessions in a row with offensive rebounds. So just not quite in sync out there with stuff tonight. Just a little bit of a, half step slow tonight.
Scotty had 7, got to the line 9 times.
Yep.
Did you think he was a little extra aggressive, or he just got the whistle, or a good matchup, or what?
No, he was aggressive. I think, he kind of came over to me and said, "Coach, I think, I can, I think I can get into the front of the rim." And I was like, go, keep going and keep getting big and try to finish them. And he did a good job. He got angles on him. He made some shots. Obviously, as you mentioned, he got to the free throw line some. So got an and one time. So pretty good night for him, I thought, offensively.
Last thing I'll ask, Justin, it's over. The massive road trip's done now. Obviously, the record's not what you probably wanted. At the same time, you have to believe you got better.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Listen, it's they got some guys that got a lot of minutes and some interesting minutes against some good teams on the road. I think that we'll cross our fingers on Gary, but we've got to get some of these guys back. It's just a little thin up front. When we're missing 6'8", 6'10", 6'10", 3 rotational guys. I know it's part of it, but we got to get a little healthier and be able to kind of maintain our advantage rebounding that we've carved out when we were a little healthier. Rim protection a little bit, and just I think energy. I think those guys that were logging some long, kind of some long slates tonight, long rotations, and just a little bit. Those guys could help out with that too.
Thanks. Justine, we'll go over to you now, please.
Sounds good. Thanks, JQ. We'll go to Doug Smith first here.
Hey, Nick, how are you, sir?
Hey, Doug. Okay.
Good. This is probably an impossible question to answer, but you're a quarter of the way through your season. What do you know about your team?
Well, I think, Doug, that we've played a little up and down like a young team might. I think if you probably would have at the start of the year, you probably would have thought there were some up and down moments. I think there's been some tremendous basketball at times. I think again. We've had a lot of bodies in and out, which has got it. We got to try to solve that, right? I mean, I don't know how we solve it, but hopefully, I always say hopefully the ball bounces a little better our way on that front, right? And because again, I think if we get in a situation where we're looking people eye to eye, our defense is much better. So we've shown we can play some really good defense, and we've shown if we're not engaged fully. That we can not be so good defensively as well. I think go ahead.
Is getting that full engagement for longer stretches just a matter of experience and doing it more often, these younger players?
Well, yeah, that's part of it, Doug, for sure. Right? I think for sure. I think, I'd almost always say that it takes a good season for a guy to learn just, the movements of NBA defense, right? So, I'm always talking about connectivity, right? And that defense has to be connected. And I think we lose a little bit of that, and some of that's just I don't want to say chemistry, but it's different people in and out and different positions and different stuff happening kind of continually. It makes it hard to get that chemistry and connectivity. So we got to stay with it. And we've been really working hard and just drilling our fundamentals and every day going over all those things defensively just to get some more repetitions in. So we'll stick with it.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Doug. Yep. Thank you.
And we'll go to Steven from Sportsnet now.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Steven.
Obviously, like the trip is done. I mean, like you guys just have just put a ton of games on the road, but you're about to enter a stretch now where it's the exact opposite. Where I think you're playing 7 straight at home. Just a ton in the next month at home. So, what can that, I guess, consistency of just kind of staying home do to help a young team like your one?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, all the games are valuable for us, home or away, right? I think this was a valuable, again, learning experience on the road. I think, each night out, we know for us to get a win, we've got to play at a pretty high level, right? And with some consistency, we've got to make sure that we treat this, very businesslike and very professional at home, right? We've got to, get a little tougher, maybe a little more, just tougher, I think, and defend our home court, right? And we've got the opportunity now to do that. So we'll look forward to playing at home.
And you obviously mentioned, like you guys have had a ton of guys in and out of the lineup a bunch. How does that impact the bench specifically, and how you want to set your rotations coming off the bench?
Well, I would say this. I think that for like tonight, it got hard. As soon as Precious needs to come out of the game, they've got 2 big, strong bigs. Well, so one of them's going to be out there the whole time. There's just, there's just not a lot of size to sub in tonight. Right, again with 3 guys with considerable size out of the game, so that was hard tonight. I think that was the first thing I felt, kind of.
Great, thanks a lot, Nick.
Thanks, Steven.
And last question for you here, Coach, is Aaron Rose from SI.com.
Hey, Nick.
Aaron.
Carlisle spoke before the game about Fred and said that he has a sort of a knack for making important shots, even not necessarily clutch at the end of the game shot, but to stop a run or whatever. He did that a couple times tonight until he couldn't, I guess. How important is that for a point guard, someone in his role, to be able to stop the bleeding and stuff like that?
Well, it's important in general. I think offense sometimes loses rhythm. The momentum in a game gets going a certain way. And he's going to have the ball in his hands, and to be able to come down and pick out some of those moments and, like you said, stop the bleeding or end a run or just give us a boost. It's really important, and that's like one of the first notable traits, I think, going back all the way to when he was a rookie, that he was always, like, when the offense was in trouble and the shot clock was late, he was always making shots to kind of keep the offense ticking over or almost bailing out the offense late in the shot clock. And that's just, that just kind of shows his championship pedigree, his winning pedigree.